Welcome back. Now, before the break, today's judge, Shane Lynch, chose a budget of 75p for our chefs to cook with. But will Brian and Gino come up with the goods? It's time to find out in round 2. So 75p to spend, but I'm a generous sort of fellow, so I'm giving chefs salt, pepper, cooking oil, choice of up to 4 items from my store cupboard. Could be dried herbs, flour, sugar, spices, vinegar, that sort of thing. So, what's on the menu for Shane? Brian?
Well, I've decided to do haddock fish cakes in the Yorkshire style, fried in the batter. Really good, homely food. Square chips, I've got some mushrooms, I've got some peas, so it's really quite simple.
OK. Haddock fish cakes. Right, what about you?
I'm going to make a Gino's mess.
A Gino's mess.
I know that Shane likes eaten mess.
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to make my own version. You know, with the caramelized apple and plum. I got amaretti biscuits, which is going to give a beautiful crunch. I'm going to put a bit of seasoning, and I'm going to serve them with a warm meringue.
Okay, a warm meringue, OK. Lovely stuff. So, Brian, what have we done so far?
Well, not a great deal. So
Well,
what
with
we're going to
75p, there's not much to do, is
No,
there?
no, quite right. I'm going to make the batter first.
Yeah.
So I've got some flour here. I'd
plain flour?
I'd like a bit of salt, proper salt, but you got this stuff here, so that's OK. Then a bit of cold water, nice and chilled from the fridge. And I like to put in some chilled malt vinegar as the liquid. I think it gives it that lovely bit of flavour. And most people put vinegar on their fish and chips anyway, so we put that, and you can smell it already. And plus of that, it's got a little bit of yeast in there, so it gives it a nice bit of...
Yeah.
OK, look, I've cut the potato already here into slices. You've got 4 slices. The rest of the potato I've cut into a dice, and I've started to pan fry over here. So I think the trick now is you lay these out and put a little bit of flour around it, OK?
I see, so you're not mashing the spuds at all, then?
No, because this is how they do them in Yorkshire. They call them Yorkshire... Well, they call them fish cakes, because it is a proper cake. And the nice thing about this is that when you've had a lovely piece of haddock or cod, and you've got a bit spare, the trimmings at the end, which all fishmongers have, all fish fryers have, then this is what they do with it. They use these little bits up in here.
Okay.
Give it a bit of seasoning.
Interesting. You said you sort of wavered a bit about cod. Is that because of sustainability or because you don't like the fish?
I just...
What's yours?
This is haddock.
Haddock,
Yeah, I just think cod is
overrated.
too common, you know?
Yeah.
It's just everyone has a cod, everyone knows what cod is. It's nice to get a bit of variety.
Now, I've got the fryer on here, and you're just going to make sure it's nice and hot. And let me tell you a story, that the old-fashioned fishmongers used to put so much batter on the fingers that they could put the finger in the fryer, not burn it, and then just release it, so they didn't have any holes in it.
And then they can nibble the end of the finger and have...
No, they didn't do that.
Easy go.
OK, Gino, tell us what you're doing.
OK, I just finished off my meringue, which I put into a bag here, with a touch of cinnamon. Sugar, corn flour, touch of cinnamon, meringue ready. I'm making a soft meringue, very soft, because I'm going to blowtorch it instead of bake it. There is a difference between the two meringue. The one that we normally make when you bake it, you make a rough one, you know, it's much stiffer.
Okay.
Stiffer, so then it holds the shape. This one is a soft meringue, because we're going to blowtorch it with this one. Then I made just whipping cream with honey. I just got 3 amaretti biscuits, which is very simple. You just crush them in there to get a bit of crunch. Okay, just like that.
Almond-flavoured biscuit.
Almond-flavoured biscuit. You can use the morbidi, the other, you know, the soft one. You need to use the hard one. Then I got some plum and apple. Very simple. I put in a frying pan, a little number of butter, 1 tablespoon of caster sugar, just to get the flavour out of it. Okay. Fold everything in there, simply, like this. And once it's folded, we put everything together.
You're a fan of orchard fruits, you know, apples, pears, plums?
I can't say I am. I'm not a big fruit eater in general.
Really?
Only if I have to.
Gamble's going wrong, Gino.
Oh, listen, that could be a good way to eat fruits.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
He's always got to come back. Listen, let's do his shopping list. He's used double cream, eggs, 3 amaretti biscuits, a plum, a third of an apple, and some honey. In total, 75p. The double cream, most expensive at 29p. From the store, sugar, butter, corn flour, and cinnamon. Where did the corn flour go?
It went into the meringue.
Oh, of course it did. Silly me, silly me. Excellent. So, use just 1 egg white for your meringue, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you need to use all of it, as you know, with the egg yolk, but I haven't done nothing with that. Then what we do, with the meringue, very simply, okay? Just pop it around like that.
This is so 50s, isn't it? It's amazing.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Used to get those in in the milk bars and things. Right, let's go and do Brian's shopping list here. Haddock, potato, peas, mushrooms, lime, 75p precisely. The haddock was the far in ahead, 53p, far the most expensive item. Right. Malt vinegar, flour, butter, and oh yes, that's all right. You can use water. Don't need that from the store cupboard. So that's all there. And how's your fish doing?
I think we're probably ready to take them out and just let them drain. So by the time we're ready, see what they look like?
They look like apple fritters. I love them.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, they're very good for you.
Excellent. I'm sure they are. Well, you know, a bit of fish. We need to eat more fish anyway. So you're ready to plate up. Gino's flaming away here with his gun. Oh, that was quick.
I'm done.
You're done. No cherry on the top, Gino?
I can afford.
Oh.
But it would have been beautiful, the cherry on the top. You're taking the mick because you say this is an old thing. Nothing wrong with old things.
Yes, it's a lovely sort of knickerbockery sort of Sunday thing. Ain't that crispy, nice and crispy?
So these are mushrooms and potatoes.
Mushrooms and potatoes. Good stuff. There we go.
Thank you for
not
waiting.
A penny wasted. 2 tasty treats for 75p a pop. Okay, Jane, let's tuck into our fish first, I reckon. We did have a woman on the show some time ago who just likes eats pudding first and works her way back up the menu. But Brian, tell us about that. We need to get into the fish.
Well, you have to remember that the amount of fish I got was the most I could afford to buy.
Yeah, 53p.
To stretch it out a little bit. So take a bit of fish from the middle there, so you will get a good flavour of the fish. I seasoned it with a bit of salt and pepper and with a bit of lime juice. And it's really just cooked between... And the real thing about fish and chips is it's a crisp butter on the outside and it's steamed inside, so the potato and the fish is extremely healthy. It's just that. Light flavours for as much as you can get there. And mushrooms and potatoes fried around the outside, and then just peas, which are traditional to go with this kind of dish. And we were fortunate that we could afford to buy half an ounce.
Good. Well, what do you think of that, Shane?
I think the potatoes just that little bit hard. You know, giving a little bit more... I don't know, soften them up or somehow.
Just cooked a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think so. Just a little bit hard, but the flavour's nice though. Real nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here we go with Gino. And Gino, tell us Gino's mess, what it's all about.
Well, it's about fresh fruits. We have apple in there. We have plums, which we caramelized. Very important to get a bit of honey into the cream, and the soft meringue is crucial to make sure you know how to make a soft meringue. Not a stiff one.
Excellent, excellent. So, both chefs beat the budget, but who's singing in harmony with Shane? Shane, I'm going to need a verdict.
Okay, the dessert is not quite an eating mess. Good attempt, but don't know. Given the potatoes a little bit hard, I'm still going to go with Brian.
You're going to go? Yeah, well, that was interesting. I mean, I found it too sweet. I mean, the potatoes were hard, you're right, and they could have done it a bit longer to fry, but any other reasons you love fish and chips? Or?
No, I like, obviously I'm a big fish lover, and I'm a big potato lover, so if it had been right, it would have been delicious. So I'll go with the potential.
The potential was there, Brian. Just keep practicing. Now, congratulations to Brian. The scores are now neck and neck, with double points to play for in the Star Food Challenge. The pressure's really on. Now, hopefully our chefs have been paying attention to Shane's food likes and dislikes, as in this round, they must create a winning dish with an ingredient of his choice, and you've chosen a leek. Why a leek?
I don't know anything about leeks, in terms of I've never bought one, never cooked with one, so I'd love to know what possibly you could do with this that's going to be nice.
I mean, that is good Irish roots, you know, leeks. I mean, cabbages, onions, they love it, potatoes. Remember the allium family? Well, I'm not going to give you a gardening lesson now, but they are fantastic. I'm sure chefs are going to do fantastic things, but you'll find out what Gino and Brian have got planned with his lovely leek after the break.